Yeah, listen, we played great tonight for a long time, periods of this game. We really frustrating the way we closed it out. We had opportunities to maybe get this 10-12 and, turned it over, let them hit a couple threes. We're up 7-8 with 30 seconds to go. It's not us, and it's not how we want to finish games. And, Purdue is one of those dangerous teams that, they can score very quickly. It gives me their attention. It's a great win, great crowd, a lot of fun for our team right now. They're doing a great job. But, we got to do a better job finishing games. And that'll be the message all week in practice. But that being said, Wolf just had a great game. And, Burton, again, a lot of great players in basketball. Her floor game was phenomenal tonight. Her stats will show that, I think she was 0 for 5 or 6. But, she wins games for you, makes plays to win games, and did the same thing the other night. Made a great pass at the end of the game in Minnesota to Pulliam for a layup at the buzzer. So, Burton and Sydney Wood, those guys, they got to be on the floor because they do everything to win games. So,
Coach, you talk about the difficulties closing. Coming off of a close game against Minnesota, you guys had 4 starters play at least 34 minutes today. Do you think fatigue is playing a role at all in that as we get into the meat of Big Ten play here?
Well, I think most teams, like if you look at most of the top 25 teams or the best teams in every conference, most teams are down. I don't care if you're Connecticut or Northwestern. You're probably going to play 8 this time of year. You just are. Baylor. I mean, there's a few teams maybe that can go 9, 10 deep. But, I think our kids are, Courtney Shaw gave us great minutes at Minnesota for Wolf. We're trying to get people in and out. We got Lindsay in and out a bunch tonight. But, we got some people on that can help us. And, they just need a couple opportunities. But I'd like to play 8 or 9, maybe 10 some games. But you got to trust your gut.
And then looking at that quarter again, you guys missed 17 shots in a row from the field to begin that fourth quarter. When you look back at shot selection,
we missed 17 shots in a row.
That's what the stats have. They could be incorrect here, but that's what they're showing. You guys went on a 13-minute field goal drought. Is when you look at the shot selection,
I gotta go check with my shooting coach on my staff. Yeah.
When you look at the shot selection there, was that what
used to be me? Yeah.
Was that what was worrisome for you, or did you like the?
We
shot
were getting good shots. Yeah, that's a great question. No, I understand what you mean. We were getting good shots. I felt like we started playing a little bit east-west instead of attacking them downhill a little bit, and some people got to get more shots. Shied. 25 the other night in Minnesota or, something like that. She's got to get, 15 shots in a game if she's on the floor 30 minutes for us to be a great team. We got to find. Jordan gave us a big boost offensively. We needed that. But I thought our shot selection was pretty good. I didn't feel like we took bad shots. But you're right, we missed some point-blank things. We missed, Pulliam missed some shots that she hadn't missed since 3rd grade. So, that'll I don't worry about her because she has amnesia, and she'll be right back at it Thursday.
Coach, you took a timeout about halfway through the second quarter. You were down 4, and then you went on a 9-0 run. Was there any changes to the game plan, things of that nature after the timeout?
Well, I just felt like we were a little anxious. I thought we were playing well. We were just a little bit anxious, and I just wanted to just calm us down because I thought we were doing a great job. We were trying to play maybe a little too fast. We were forcing some things. I'm like, hey, just step your defense up, make sure you're in passing lanes, and we were able to get some turnovers, get out and score. But, that was kind of the message. I just thought we were excited, which is great, but, just to keep your poise.
I know you don't like to look back or look forward at this point too much.
I like to look forward. I don't like to look back.
I mean, too far ahead or too far back. But 12 years ago when you took over this program, I think they had won something like 77 games in 10-year stretch, and now we imagine in the morning you guys will be back in the AP top 25. I know you've been there in 2016, but can you just speak to that?
Yeah. We've been, probably since I've been here 5 or 6 times, we've been in and out of the time. We were ranked 12th in the country at one point, 17, 8. I mean, we had a stretch. And even when we first got good. So those things, I don't worry about them as much as, people do, because I think they take care of themselves. You got to win games, and the polls are what they are. When I was at GW, we had teams that were ranked 6th in the country, and we weren't that good, and other teams that were really good that were ranked 12th that could beat anybody. So, I don't put a lot of faith in that, but I understand, as you're trying to build a program, these things are important in your recruiting. They're important to our players because, they want to be recognized. They're working really hard. And to have a crowd like that we had against Maryland, that we had against Iowa, that we had tonight, you want that kind of momentum. So I appreciate you bringing that up because, I just think we're fun to watch. We keep it exciting. But, are we a top 20 team? Some days. I mean, we can beat a lot of people, but we got to clean some things up.
Coach, kind of on the theme of kind of looking back, last year you lost to Purdue twice by 3 points, and then this year you beat them by 5. Kind of how does that feel to get there? And also it's the first time you beat them since 2016. How does it feel?
Man, you're way ahead of me, man. Yeah, I'm trying to go forward instead of backwards. But, we've had great games with Purdue. When I came into the league, they were one of the best teams in college basketball. They've been that way. Great history, great tradition. I think since I've been here, they've won multiple Big Ten championships. So to beat them is hard. You got to beat them for 40 minutes. To beat them at Purdue is hard. We've been able to do that a little bit too. But, tonight, it was good. Last year we felt like, kind of like same thing with Minnesota. We let Purdue off the hook a little bit, but they earned it. They made 2 plays at the end of the game last year. McLaughlin hit a shot to beat us basically at the buzzer. The game here, Pulliam got a great look to win the game. That went in and out. So, it's kind of what you expect when we play each other.
Abby Wolf clearly had a career night. I wonder what you're thinking when you watch that, just about her night, her season, because when I met you at the beginning of the season, you were talking about how important she was going to be, and then just her career arc, how she progressed.
Yeah, she appreciate it. She's a special kid, and she loves Northwestern. She's in Medill. Her internship was in Cape Town. She wants to soak all this in. But she also knows, like, I got one shot at this as a senior, just to play basketball at the highest level with this team that I can. And, not just tonight. Tonight her numbers were big and her effort, but all year, she's had a presence, she's had a great attitude, work ethic and practice. There's going to be nights when she's going to score 8-10 points, and she just wants to win. But really proud of her. She's been through a lot here, and when we signed her, she was a really highly recruited player coming out of Connecticut, and I remember she came in as a freshman, and she just you're seeing all the hard work now pay off a little bit.
Coach, you had 5 players with at least 2 assists tonight. What makes this unit work so well together on the offensive side of the ball?
Yeah, they share the ball. Like, one thing we do, I will say, we're unselfish. And, we work every day on, whether it's with defense, without defense, on just our passing, our flow, trying to get better movement, and in transition to be able to share the basketball and make the extra pass. So they bought into that. Sometimes we don't finish like we should, but none of them, whether it's Lindsay's unselfish because she needs to be selfish, like we need her to score. So people think that's selfish, but it's not. It's being unselfish because that gives us a chance to win. And, Veronica's passing, Shy doesn't care if she gets 9 shots or 20 shots. She had 24 points the other night. But, they just want to share the ball. They love playing with each other, and I think that shows.
You forced 18 turnovers tonight. What are y'all doing on the defensive side of the ball to disrupt them so much?
Yeah, I thought we got in passing lanes. We were aggressive. I thought we did a pretty good. Our coaches did a great job in the scouting report of, giving our players angles we needed to cut down, that Purdue would struggle with, and we did that at times. And made them kill their dribble or try to throw passes cross court. And, I thought we did a good job of anticipating that. We didn't, unfortunately for us. Same thing in Minnesota when we turned people over. You got to turn that into baskets. We didn't do that tonight like I wanted to. You got to make those turnovers into layups at the other end, or in our case, a shide like a kickback three or something like that. That's when we're really good. We can throw daggers. But thanks.
Lindsay and Veronica combined for roughly 4 of 26 from the field, but you guys are still able to beat a very solid team. What does that tell you about the growth of this team from last year and just this team overall?
Man, my middle name is Mr. Sunshine, man. You probably didn't know that, Joe. Mr. Sunshine McKeown. That's what they named me in Philadelphia. So, you got to look at the positive end of that. We're 4 for 20 and we won. Those guys, I trust them every day. So, their shots, I can live with because I know they're capable, and I've seen them do it in big games, in big moments too. But I think we'll be fine. We got some other people too that, we just got Jess Sancatello not eligible, but healthy, who just stands there every day and throws threes in like she's standing on Lake Michigan throwing stones into the lake. So, we got to get her, that'll really help us too. We don't have, we're a better three-point shooting team than last year, but we're not a team that's going to make 10, 12 threes in a game. Unless Scheid makes 8 of them, and Burton makes 4 or something.
Between now and Thursday, what are you guys really going to focus on heading into Indiana?
Yeah, Indiana's really good. They're off to a great start. I watched them in non-conference. Watched a little bit of them today too. We watched them in the Big Ten, and they're playing with a lot of confidence. A lot of people back from last year, and great atmosphere, great place to play. We went down there last year and played really well in Assembly Hall. Came back with a W, and but more importantly, we gotta take care of our business and get great shots, take care of the basketball, and it should be a fun game. It's fun to be in this position with this team because they've earned it. I will say this, and I'll let you guys. It's past my bedtime now, late game tonight, but the one thing that helped us, you're seeing it, is I think getting to the championship game last year and playing in the WNIT. I just think our players kind of like the moment now, and so I think it'll be fun for them. I think we'll play well there. Should be a great game.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.